All right, everyone, I've decided to do a review of our first 1,000 miles on the Jeep Rubicon. This is the Recon Edition, so a JL. We've had it off-road quite a bit already in that first 1,000 miles. A lot of mud, hill climbing, lots of trails, driving up to local lakes and different places like that off-road. So we've taken it through some pretty good stuff. We've had tires off the ground now. It's done really, really well. So we do have a green 2007 Unlimited Jeep Rubicon, and we've kept that, so it's just part of our Jeep family. And but this is our new one that we're going to put most of our miles on. So what makes a Rubicon Recon Edition a little bit different than just the standard Rubicons? It still has the lockers, the sway bar release, the heavy front end in it. But some of the things are different, as it does come with a additional, over the Rubicon, half-inch factory lift on it, which the only modification we've done on the vehicle so far in the first 1,000 miles is we upgraded to 35s. With that factory lift, they fit under it really nicely. So we put the 33s, I believe it was on it on our green Jeep Rubicon. You can see that there's plenty of clearance still there for the sway bar release and everything that makes the Rubicon special. So with the Recon Edition, you also get side rock bars. These are real stout steel rock bars, which is nice. Some of the additional, as we go around the rig here, you're going to see, there's some little Easter eggs on it. Like for here, for example, you've got some little flip-flops. You have the grandfather, the old Willys climbing up the side of the Jeep there. You have the upgraded hood on it with the the air intakes. This particular version is it's a 4-cylinder, but it's got the turbo package in it. So it actually has plenty of horsepower, a little bit better gas mileage, and a little bit smoother, not as jerky as some of the higher horsepower engines we've seen in the past. Now you have the flat black sun glare. It takes away the sun when you're up on the trails, which is kind of nice. Stepping to the front of the vehicle, it does come with a steel bumper that also has the plates, removable plates, so you can put the winch in it. Hopefully that'll be one of our next upgrades. On the sides here, again, it's nice and steel. It's got the recovery hooks. This portion on both sides will unbolt and come off to give you more of a direct approach if you're rock climbing, that type of thing, which is nice. Under the vehicle, again, we've had this out quite a bit, so it's a little bit dirty. Let me see if I can get down here. But you do have lots of covering underneath for rock climbing. You have some additional, like I said, covers on some of the main components of it. The pumpkin there is a little bit reinforced too, so you can take a beating down there and still come out of the trails in one piece, which is great. So again, stepping back from it, from outside features, those are the primary. Because it is the Recon Edition, the Rubicon, I think it's called the granite coloring, but it's got red accents around it. The trail rated badge as well. The Recon Edition package. Now, as we get into the vehicle, see, it's dirty, but it does have the mats in here, the weather mats, which if you have a Jeep, I highly encourage that. So you can take it out, spray it out, wash it out, whatever you need to do. Let me step in here. Let's see what I can get. So when you turn it on, you got the classic Jeep Willys front end. I'm not going to turn everything on here, just getting access to the instrument panels. Little Jeep drives by there. So we're actually at 1,113 miles on this. The interior is really nice. So you've got all your controls. You can adjust lots of different settings in here. Oops, let's turn that down. But you have a control panel here, so up on the display you can go through, again, I don't have it on right now, but you have lots of options. You can see the different systems and gauge on there. You can do your fuel mileage, lots of options there. It does have, like I mentioned before, which makes it a Rubicon, you've got the front and rear lockers. You can control them individually. You've got the sway bar release. The interior itself is really nice. This particular one's leather. We'll see how it holds up in the weather. The quick release top. I think it's called eggshell pattern. They've also put some insulation in these, which cuts down on the noise, road noise, that type of thing. Keeps them a little cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. I don't know if you can see it, but again, there are Easter eggs all over it. So if I could find it on the screen here, which I might not be able to because it's dirty, but there's a little T-Rex head down there. Right there, you kind of see it. We're continuing to find little things around the Jeep that, I don't know, makes it stand out a little bit from a fun standpoint. You do have your garage controls, you've got your assistance up here, and then on the display itself you have lots of options from off-road package, for example. Once you engage that, and sorry about the key being here, I can't turn that off. Actually, here, we'll just start it. So once you get into the off-road package stuff, again, lots of features on there, but it's kind of nice with this because you can see what you have engaged really super easily as you're going. You can keep track of the important things, you know, oil temperature, all of that. Connected my phone here. Oil pressure, battery voltage, coolant, transmission temperature. You also have, which is pretty cool here, as you're going, you can keep track of your pitch and roll, your attitude. For some of us who like to, you know, if you like to go out and find, you know, different high lakes and things like that, you can keep track of the coordinates and share it with friends and that type of thing as well. So again, there's a ton of different apps on here, which is nice. The system, this particular one is a cold weather package. So you have heated seats, heated steering wheel, you know, not necessary in Jeep, but nice to have at times as well. You also have dual climate control. You have the Willies right there on the stick shift. And again, one of the things about the Rubicon Recon Edition specifically is you have the black with red trim. You also have all of the seat belts are red. Everything in the unit has LED lighting, so you have 4 different controls for that as well. So inside the Jeep, that's some of the features up front here. Outside, I forgot to mention on the with the Recon Edition, you have the LED headlights, which are so much better than the standard. You know, that was one of the, I think, my complaints on our older Jeep is the lights were just so dim. You have the red recovery hooks on it, which is nice, and then you have LED fog lights as well. Stepping around the Jeep here, the Recon Edition also has the metal fuel cap cover. In the back of the Jeep, you have your recovery hooks as well. It does have a reinforced a spare tire attachment, so you can get a little more weight. Like I mentioned before, we went with 35s on this. That's the only thing we've done with that 1/2-inch factory lift. We are running Maxxis Razor MTs 35 1250s on the inside. This version does come with some trail hookups, so you can attach a variety of different things here. You've also got trail rails on the inside. They're all adjustable. Move them wherever you need to. It does have the white roll bar that matches it. Again, the red interior. The back seats do lay down flat. If you want to, I mean, you might be able to sleep in the back hood if you wanted to. But from a storage standpoint, that's also really nice. The inside is nice. I mean, it's got cup holders for those in the rear if they want them. That drops down for a arm rest as well as cup holders. It does come with a really nice Alpine system. It sounds great. Definitely an upgrade from our older ones as well. It does have some specs here. So it's the JL. It's got the different you know, wheelbases. It talks about water fording, if you're going to do that, what to look for. Got the Made in the USA listed on there, which I love to see. But overall, with our Jeep so far, we have had really good experience. We've had out, did some climbing, had wheels off the ground. So far, very impressed with it. That turbo engine has given us plenty of power to get to where we need to. The fuel efficiency is pretty good in it. So far, we love it. Don't forget to do those Jeep waves, and we'll see you on the trails. This is Jeremy. Thank you.